You discover some ancient ruins and an orc camp in a gorge. A small group of Bognalim is moving between tents, piles of rubbish and cages.
They're coming out the holes.
You there, my bag! Over there! Quick! You'll have to smoke them out!
Yes?
Ugh, disgusting.
Grenades! Throw them into the holes. That ought to stop the little beasts.
Out of my way! Don't take it first, Nutty.
Vile creature!
Out of my way!
Yes?
Yes? Huh?
Creature! And again!
Huh?
Killed!
What is it?
On my way.
Disgusting.
At once. Understood.
Pow! Another one bites the dust. Too much for you, I didn't hit you very hard. What's up? What is it?
Disappointing.
Kill! At once.
Too easy.
It?
Understood.
That one. Another one bites the
Death
dust.
is called Geralda.
On my way.
Too easy. Huh?
What is it?
Vile creature. Killed. At once.
I didn't hit you very hard.
Understood. Killed. Vile creature. Favrakas. At once.
I can't hold them back.
Another one bites the dust.
I need some
I didn't hit
assistance.
you very hard. Yes?
Uh-huh. Attack! I can't do that yet.
What is it?
Huh? With pleasure. Hey! Bit too many over here!
Huh?
Another one bites the dust.
Yes? What is it?
What is it? As good as done.
Yes?
Yes?
Yes? I'll be ready soon. Say goodbye forever. I didn't hit you very hard.
Killed. Huh?
Easy. I didn't
my
hit
way.
you very hard.
What is it? Yes!
Yes? Vile creature.
Yeah. What's up?
And again.
Disgusting. He won't last long. Of course.
Killed.
Yeah, why not? Let's go. Of course.
Vile creature. Uh-huh.
I can't hold them back!
Huh?
Yeah.
Your death is called Geralda.
Very impressive, I must say. Let me out, my friends.
The pile of wood. Or is it that?
Oh, thank you. Have you seen Helga?
Hello? I am Tungdil Goldhand.
Have you seen...
No, we...
Call me Ensign and drop...
If I may, who...
Helga? Helga is my wife. Didn't I mention that? We came here together, but then the orcs came.
You have a dark notion of what might have happened to Helga, but as
I wanted to thank you. Your
Grenades? Oh, yeah, no problem. I used them to break up boulders, but I ended up... And as if that weren't bad enough, along came the orcs and took me off.
What brings you to these parts, Ensign? It's not exactly the night.
Aren't you here for the festival? The unbelievable Wackencia. The blind guardian, the statue over there, is the key. It calls people from far and wide.
Do you know anything about...
Secret passage? No, can't say I do. But they say that when the...
So what have you found out about...
You see that statue? That's the blind guardian. You could call him the, According to my research, we need 3 things to start the festival.
It should be easy to find an ox's skull. All we have to do is find a butcher.
Oh, it can't just be any old ox skull. It needs special decorations and engravings. Took me weeks to prepare.
So, we've got to hunt down an army of orcs.
Oh, well, that's simple. The ox skull must be set on fire.
you're not sure what kind of
Where will we find the fire eater?
Recientemente. I'll track you down to a collector who lives outside the city in an estate on the south wall. The tower caught fire. The bell fell down and smothered the source of the fire. Now, I'm sure you can work out the rest.
Recientemente. So what are we waiting for?
It would be...
Vervain, doesn't that grow in Ergon? It's a hell of a long way from here.
Ha! Don't worry. I have a bag.
You lost it?
Well, lost. I mean, you know...
To begin the festival, we need the ox skull, the fire...
Exactly. Then we need to set the skull on fire.
You're quite sure you're wasting your time. A huge festival in the middle of nowhere. But you pin your hopes on there being a spark of truth in every...
See you later.
Let me know.
Henson.
Have you...
See you later.
Let me know.
The size of the fields and the farmsteads grow as you get closer to Recientemente, the old border city in the north. The old city wall is much too small for the size of today.
The house that Henson was talking about must be somewhere on the south wall. We need the bear.
You follow the street to an estate on the south wall, which is surrounded by a fence. The paved path to the door is lined with hydrangea. You knock on. The man gives you a fleeting glance.
We don't want to buy it.
Wait, I've been told you have a rare bell. Fire.
The man pauses.
Fire eater? How?
Before he can finish what he's saying, a red-haired woman pushes past. She scrutinizes you with greenish-blue eyes.
How do you know? In the city! With the city whose gates are closed to everyone. Of course.
You go back to the rest of the group.
Doesn't look like it went too well.
Rodario follows the hydrangea-lined path to the door in elegant strides. He knocks on the door energetically, and a little later the door is open.
What can I do for you? Are you a singer?
The name is Rodario Fairmaid, gifted showman, mime and dramatist. At your Your wonderful hydrangeas really caught my attention. You have exquisite taste.
The woman's greenish-blue eyes sparkle at his charm.
Oh, you are a real charmer, Mr. Rodario.
Oh no, by no means, my love. I just can't.
Oh, don't play with my feelings, Mr. Rodario. You probably haven't even noticed the color of my eyes.
I will never be able to forget your greenish-blue eyes as long as I live.
It would seem to me...
Anyone who does not notice your beauty must be walking...
Oh, Mr. Rodario.
Rodario lays an experienced hand around the woman's waist, and after an hour, Rodario comes out of the house with a broad grin on his face and the bell in a bag.
The bell, as ordered. Apart from the...
All right.
You feel your cheeks turning red. You arrive at an empty jetty on Lake Ontario. You can see several fishing boats on the lake, and there's a small... You turn around. Your path leads you once again to the Minstrel Castle Tavern. You leave the Minstrel Castle behind. You enter Seaton and take a look round. The priest gives you a disparaging look as you approach him.
What do you want?
We want to find out what's behind all this.
The priest chews at his bottom lip.
I was wondering.
Ah, a keen eye. The temple is indeed much too big for such a small village. It was built on the foundation. Good people live here. Honest and pious children of Pilandil.
Supposing Tavia really did steal the grain and supplies, but only to save her...
Pilandil teaches generosity, but that too must have its boundaries. We cannot...
So, if you had sold the grain, the people of...
Maybe not. Not yet. But if we...
No one is saying always, and no one is saying everything.
You nod goodbye, and the priest... You enter the village's large storehouse. The ground floor of the two-story building is full. Several villagers are carrying out stock-taking. They're being supervised by a weedy man who observes them. Work is in full swing. The man with the wax tablet grumbles now and then in agreement. There are sacks piled up on top of one another on the first floor. They are most likely filled. You walk towards the only area in the storeroom where you can see the floorboards.
Tungdil.
The Magister Technicus carefully observes the roof beams above the empty corner. You can't make out what it is. So you copy him and feel damp, rotten wood.
What are you doing here?
The man with the wax tablet is standing on the stairs.
The rain has gotten here, the roof and the floor.
Those savages! It wasn't enough that they steal,
The wood didn't start to rot.
The steward's face turns bright red.
and
Assuming the roof here has been leaky for a long time, what would have happened to the grain?
The man wets his lips. His gaze darts around the room.
the roof was fine. I'll have it
The steward angrily blocks off all further attempts at talking to him, and even when you threaten him with Father Malin, it doesn't have the desired effect. The father trusts in him, he says. The priest is lost in thoughts, standing in front of the temple.
The roof of the granary is leaky. We saw some...
Again? Morris only had the roof.
Did he? If he didn't, some of the...
Out of the question. Morris would have reported that. He checks the grain once a month and there were no complaints.
The priest has absolutely no doubt in what he is saying. You nod goodbye. The priest is lost in thoughts. You nod goodbye. The old ruins of Wackencia appear.
Henson, do you have a minute?
Have you found it?
To begin the festival, we need the ox skull.
Exactly. Then
You're quite sure you're wasting your time. A huge festival in the middle of nowhere?
See you later.
let me know.
Henson said the herbs should be burned in a bowl. This must be the bowl he meant. Now we just... A bracket on which you could hang something. Must...
When you enter the strongly fortified mountain village,
I really saw them, I swear!
a young man in mining clothes
Even if you did, smashing the lift hoist, it would have been better to have not...
Is there a problem?
The older man, perhaps a foreman, is so angry that he hardly...
Mika here says that he saw orcs in the mine, and he smashed the lift hoist to bits.
Can we help you somehow?
Help? Well, we'll have to repair the hoist, and we need a new cage.
The foreman turns to a man next to him for answers. He's just...
It will take at least 2 weeks, but we don't need any help.
I'll need 1 day. 2 at the most if there are problems.
The foreman looks aghast at the Technicus.
1 day?
Fergus is the most talented Magister Technicus in Girdlegard. And anyway, what have you got to...
As long as he doesn't get in my way.
Good. Then we'll help you. But...
Sure. If you pull it off, the provisions are yours. You...
Fergus immediately gets to work, examining the hoist. After a few moments, he sends Mika off with a list of... After half a day, the cage is operational again, but Fergus is still busy with the hoist. You just hear him muttering. Fergus decides to fit the automatic brake, but it takes more time than expected. In the end, it takes 2 days until the lift is operational again.
You've kept your part of the deal, we'll keep our...
You travel down into the mine in the repaired lift. Mika shows you the place where he saw the... After 1,000 paces, you stopped counting. And only after several hours do you reach an exit. There's a stench. If you attacked from here, you'd have the element of...
I could go and take a look and perhaps improve our chances for an attack.
You remember how the actor had transformed himself into Lot Yonin and Nudin in Mufidania. You certainly wouldn't better...
I'll come with you. If I stay in the shadows,
I'll come too. I also know...
Nomura wants to object, but you are quicker.
Thank you, Geralda. 2 more eyes and ears.
Listen, try to sabotage their defenses, and if you can safely take out a couple of guards, then do it.
Nomura and Rodario rejoin you without any particular urgency.